have a kickboxer too. You guys know what I mean? Kind of a kickboxer. I got a little more space, guys. Got a little more space. At least for, at least for the day. Yeah, I might as well just crack open a beer. I don't know. Why not? It's Friday night. Cheers. Cheers, you guys. Doing a little salty crew right here. Cheers. Cheers. If you guys would like to have a drink with me, please. Please enjoy yourself a nice brew. Whatever drink that you guys would like to have on this Friday evening. Look, listen. You guys worked very hard all week, okay? The least that you guys can do is crack open a drink. Maybe it's a beer. Maybe it's a glass of wine. Maybe it's some type of liquor. Relax here. It's been a long week. I appreciate you guys tuning in, Laker fans. Thank you for being a part of the show. Cheers to you guys. Nice little W against the Portland Trailblazers. Not perfect. Nobody's going to try to sit here and pretend like it was a perfect game. It's not perfect. But it is a W, and we'll take our W. It's a long week. Let me enjoy a beer. Thank you for being a part of the show. No post-game show action. Lakers over the Blazers. So, I'm in San Diego today. So, San Diego, I have a small little office space. And the office space, that's why it's kind of set up the way it is. I've had it for a little bit, but I haven't got a chance to do anything here. So, still working on some stuff. Lighting, not the best. I'll take care of it. Don't worry. Lakers over the Blazers, 107-95. So, thank you for being a part of the post-game show. We got a lot to get into. Throw your comments in here. Whatever the hell you guys want to say or topics that you have, feel free to put it down. I'll do my best to try to get to it. You throw a super in there, 100% I will read it, but you don't have to throw a super in there. Thank you to Underdog Fantasy, a partner of the channel right here. So I'm definitely happy to have them as a partner. And let's get this thing started. I think we got to start off with this. A couple things that I want to point out here. It wasn't a perfect game. Lakers, I think at one point, what's the biggest lead that they had? Had a lead of 17. Never were behind. Were up 7 by the time the first quarter was said and done. For the most part, there were many a moments that they were up double figures in this game. So I don't think I ever thought the Lakers were going to lose this game. Granted, when the second half started, or no, when the fourth quarter started, they went from, was that the start of the fourth quarter? At one point, it went all the way down to 2. And you're kind of sitting there telling yourself, like, again, is this what we're going to do again? Are the Lakers just going to continue to let bad teams hang around? And the answer may very well be yes, that they may very well just allow bad teams to hang around. And if that's the case, then I guess that's the case. But I think overall for the Lake Show, what you're trying to do more than anything else is you're trying to just grab a W. What you're trying to do more than anything else is put yourself in a position to look at this point, 7-6. They started the season out 6-6. I don't think anybody's crazy with the way the Lakers have been playing so far. I think they've been very underwhelming. Dave McMenamin came on the pregame show today. We were talking a little bit about it. I think that's the exact word he used, was underwhelming. So nobody's trying to make a case that the Lakers are so impressive and, oh my gosh, watch out for this team. But I think anytime you can beat bad teams and get a win on the road, because the Lakers are only 1-5 coming into this game on the road, so they already were not playing well on the road, take the W. Now, are there a lot of things that the Lakers still got to be better on? No question about it. I mean, what is going on with the rebounding? The offensive rebounds, that doesn't make any sense to me. 19-11 offensive rebounds. Lakers, I think in the last game, had 23 turnovers. They still had 18, which is a high amount. Portland had 27 points off of those turnovers. So there are areas of the Lakers game where they got to be so much better for us to look at this team and take them seriously and actually really genuinely think they got a legitimate shot. They got a long way to go. But wins like this, like I said, on the road, Portland doesn't have any of their guys. Now, not only did they trade away Dame and Yusuf Nurkic and some of their other players that have been a part of the franchise for a long time. But Anthony Simons is out. Malcolm Brogdon is out. Scoot Henderson is out. Robert Williams III is out. So the Lakers have been kind of fortunate to play the Blazers twice, and the Blazers haven't had a lot of their main guys. LeBron tonight. Let's read off LeBron's line here real quick. He was phenomenal, just phenomenal. 13 to 22 from the field. He had 35 points. He had 9 assists. He had 5 rebounds. He had a couple of steals. He was the engine on offense for the Lakers and really did everything he possibly can offensively. Hit some big threes, hit timely buckets, kind of made sure that the Blazers were always one stiff arm away. So give credit where credit's due, but I think a lot of that credit should go to LeBron James tonight. I thought he was fantastic. Let me read off some of these comments, and then we'll continue to go here. Have not read one comment yet. Wait. Cheers, guys. Cheers. Cheers. You guys are enjoying a nice drink tonight. All right, let me take a look at some of these comments. Nice. No punches from Sleet today because of load management. I could very easily be a part of load management. Easily be a part of load management. Let's see what else we got here. Somebody else is cheering. Somebody else is having some up. That's what I like to see here. I got cheers over here as well. Somebody is maybe partaking in something else. See what else we got here. I got brewskis all over the place here. Zico, you as well. Sliwa tipsy, my guys. No. Literally the first one that I cracked open. If I'm gonna go hard to the hoop, is the way I like to do it. It's gonna be bourbon. It's gonna be bourbon if I'm gonna go hard to the hoop. No bourbon here. I got no bourbon here. See a couple more of these here. I want to just look at some of them that don't necessarily have to be about the game yet. When LeBron retires, he's going to be the GOAT. Go Lakers. LeBron, GOAT. Francis, we got to take care of turnovers and free throws. Francis, appreciate you with the super chat. Laker fans, I think I could kind of simplify things here for everybody. I think the main thing for me, and that I'm kind of paying attention to be honest with you, more than anything else, the main thing for me, good basketball teams, that ain't good enough. You know what I mean? Good basketball teams, that's not good enough. And I think we all know that. Like, I don't think there's any surprise or shock there with what the Lakers, have done so far. Nobody's looking at what the Lakers have done so far and are saying to themselves, oh my gosh, this team looks great. Oh my gosh, that's exactly what you're looking for. I don't think anybody's saying that. I don't think anybody has that in mind. So I think what you're putting in there in regards to the turnovers, there's a lot of things I could point out about this Lakers team, and they got a long way to go. They got a long, long way to go. I don't think there's anybody watching Lakers basketball right now that's saying to themselves, this is the team that we all thought that was going to be out there. And listen, this could also be a reality. They could also just easily just not be as good as we thought. That could be the case too, but time will tell. And I think that's the thing to pay most attention to is we got a long way to go, a long season to go, which is why I still get confused with the whole trade conversation and, go get Zach LaVine and this. I'm like, the season just started. Can we just see what this team is? But they have definitely not convinced a lot of people right now that they're the upper echelon team in the NBA. They haven't. So, Francis, thank you for the super. I appreciate that. Chris, thank you very much, brother. I appreciate that very much. Let's see what we got here. D'Lo has been great. Has been on a great year so far, but games like how he ended tonight is what kills me. He's a scorer first, pass second. AD be sitting there, and he and D'Lo looks like the lag and giving up to get it. Can I tell you something about D'Lo? I don't think D'Lo's had a bad start at all. I think my hesitation with D'Angelo is going to be, I want to see D'Lo do it in big moments. I want to see D'Lo eventually. We get to the playoffs, and D'Lo is one of those guys that has to be in the game at the end because you just have to have him in there. Um, he's gonna need to. He's gonna need to have moments like that. I think for a lot of Laker fans to say, okay, I got all the confidence in the world in this guy, and I don't think that's the case right now. So I don't. I won't try to sugarcoat that one. Um, Jonathan says, LeBron, can I take a second and just remind everybody here, real quick? LBJ, I think everybody who covers the games will say it. You'll hear broadcasters say it, and it's not BS. Like, there's nothing to BS. 21st season in the league and still doing it at a, you know, there are no athletes that are that are his age in the NBA, in the history of the NBA, that's still doing it at this level. There's only been a few athletes that even played since they were, going into their 21st season. Um, so that's going to be something that I think maybe we won't appreciate it until later, but try to appreciate it now because it ain't happening much. It really, really ain't happening much. Let's see what we got here. All right, show if we drink for win. Uh, Not 100% sure I know what's going on there. I will say this: if you are having a drink tonight, like I am, little salty crew here. This is Coronado Brewing Company out in San Diego. Really good beer. If you are drinking, make sure you do it in the comfort of your own home. Also, make sure that you're over the legal age limit. See, I think I did all my stuff I needed to do there. Okay. Young says Lakers are a playoff team, but not a championship team yet. That is the key word that you said right there. Definitely not. I don't think anybody's watching them right now and saying, "Oh, the Lakers, that's the class of the NBA." Nobody's doing that. But I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to go back to it from the absolute beginning, like we were saying in the past. Um, they don't have to be the best team in the NBA today. They have to be working towards that, and they certainly have a long way to go. I think we need an enforcer not named Draymond. Lakers tough enough, or you don't think they have enough toughness? You might be right, by the way. I'm not sure if they have really an enforcer. Enforcer. If I said right now, who's the enforcer? Actually, no, we got an enforcer. It's Vando. I think Vando is going to be that enforcer for the Lakers. We just haven't seen him play yet. I saw some news came out yesterday too. Um, it looks like let's see, Vando. We're still not 100% sure when he is going to be back, but we know he's getting a little bit closer. Um, but they they haven't been healthy yet completely, and I think Vando's technically supposed to be that enforcer. I think he's supposed to be the guy that will eventually you'll say, "Oh yeah, that's the dude that's supposed to be the enforcer. That's the dude that's supposed to be an a he's supposed to be a not Draymond Green exactly, but one of those players that I think you could count on to have that role." Okay, a couple other things I want to get into the game. Um, a couple other things I want to do and get in the game first. So go back to the score here. So there's other guys contributing too. And some of those guys I know are not going to get a lot of the love, but I feel like I've done a lot of post game shows so far this year, and Christian Wood's got another 10 and 10. Um, he doesn't take a ton of shots. He's not a player that has got to have the ball. But I like the way he hits the glass. I like the way that I don't staying out of the way is the not it's not the right way to put it, but he just basically goes with the flow. I like that. I respect that. Hey, I don't have to have the rock. You don't have to find me every possession. You don't have to, no, no, no. I'm just going to be ready. I'll find ways to contribute and I'll make it happen. And that's kind of been his role with the Lakers so far. I really like what Christian Wood's done for the Lakers. Cam Reddish, you go look at his stats and you could say, well, what did Cam really do? He only had 8 points. Guy had 3 steals. I feel like he's always involved in a lot of plays. And The Lakers are playing him big minutes. 31 minutes tonight. Torian Prince, again, nothing special, nothing crazy. I know he's been struggling from the 3-point line. Another 10 points for him and a couple of steals. I like what some of these other guys have been doing for the Lakers. I really do. I think there's a little bit of, I don't know if surprise is the right word, but there's some guys that have been contributing that I like what they're doing on the defensive side. I like that they're contributing with a lot of the small things. So I give these guys, I definitely give a lot of these other players some credit, and those are guys that certainly are ones that I'm referring to. I thought AD. Let me tell you guys something about Anthony Davis here, real quick. Let's do a little AD chatter. By the way, thank you for being a part of the show. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed to the channel. Anthony Davis, in the pregame show in the last couple of days, I've been talking about AD, and most of my conversation has been, look, if you're not healthy, then just don't play. And I hated that Darvin Ham played LeBron and Anthony Davis as much as he did in that fourth quarter against the Sacramento Kings when the game was over, and AD was not looking like himself. He didn't look healthy. So tonight, he plays another 35 minutes. But here's the difference between AD tonight than AD in that last game. AD did not shoot particularly well. AD didn't have a great game. Well, actually, if you have 3 steals and 5 block shots, I'm sorry. That's an unbelievable game. And it seems like AD is just routinely 4 blocks, 5 blocks, 6 blocks, 2 steals, 3 steals, just routinely doing that. But this is what I liked about AD's line. He took 19 shots. Didn't get to the free throw line. Only got there once. That part's not good. But took 19 shots. Anthony Davis against the Sacramento Kings took 9. I think 4 of those might have come in that fourth quarter. So it didn't really tell the full story how little impact he had. And look at what Domantas Sabonis was doing. Sabonis looked like Olajuwon out there. I was telling Michael that in the pregame show. Tonight, I thought he had the proper aggressiveness. The 8 of 19 from the field, you took 19 shots. He had 14 rebounds. He had 5 blocks and 3 steals. That's Anthony Davis. That's the Anthony Davis that the Lakers have to have. It's incredibly important to have. And to be honest with you, they just also don't have the margin for error for AD to just take a night off and have 9 and 9. Like there aren't. I don't know of any other superstars that have the highs and the lows in game. And I'm talking about superstars. What was the game against Denver? He didn't score in the second half. Took 1 shot in the fourth quarter. So those kind of nights you can't have. And I'm not telling you can't have bad nights. You can have bad nights. But having bad nights because you were out there swinging and just missed. Don't have bad nights because you didn't even feel like you felt AD's presence or AD wasn't aggressive enough or anything along those lines. Look, AD's not having a bad season. He's not. But anytime he has a night where it's like you scratch your head and you're like, how can he be one night be the best player on the floor and then out of nowhere have the effectiveness of a role player? So that's what I think is confusing. But AD 16 and 14, 5 block shots, 3 steals. You can't really say more. You can't say as much about what Anthony Davis was able to do from that perspective. Let's see what we got here. I think I like this one. I didn't read it all. Let me see. You'll always take a win when you're not playing too well. The concern for me is the lack of any hint of identity forming. We seem to win in ways that aren't sustainable. It's funny. I've been, I text a lot of people that are kind of, within the industry. Some of the people on Spectrum, or I have conversations with somebody from The Athletic or whatever the case is. I asked Dave McMenamin today when I was doing the pregame show, and I don't think anybody knows what the Lakers are yet. Nobody does. And I'm sure you guys don't. I don't. I don't think the coaching staff knows who they are. So I think the hint that no lack of any hint of identity forming, I think is a very accurate way to put it. I don't know what the identity is of the Lakers. I don't. I really, really don't. That's a great sign. You're right. 40% from 3. I thought I saw something earlier today. actually listening to the game on Spectrum, that the Lakers, they went from like last in the NBA in threes point percentage, and they jumped all the way to 22nd because of the 63% shooting night that they had against the Memphis Grizzlies. Well, I'll tell you what's going to eventually happen. You have another 40% like they did tonight. It's only going to get better as well. Uh, we've seen Wood be that guy at times, though. We should look at him. We should look to him when things are going completely south. He's a nice player. I really do believe that. Cam is a lockdown. I don't think there's anybody right now that has negative things to say about Cam Reddish. Reddish always anticipating for a steal. Thank you, Bargain Shopper. Still arguably one of the best names on YouTube here. Bargain Shopper. Um, but nobody's going to say anything I think negative about those two players. They're doing their thing. This is Ezekiel. That's a good perspective. Imagine Cam and Vando together. Um, so I think there's a lot there. All right, let's see what else we got here. Find a couple more of these. Chris George, real talk. AR on the bench looks nice. Reddish, yeah. Listen, Awesome Reeves really didn't have any impact in tonight's game. Very little impact. So it's not like he was doing anything specific. Like fans, I want to throw a question out there. Because I think this is going to be a conversation that a lot of people have. Before I do, I want to share with you guys my picks from tonight, and then some picks that I'm going to make for tomorrow as well. Um, Let me see actually one thing. I want to look at my results real quick. I want to see what I got right and what I got wrong today. That's actually kind of funny. I took DeAndre Ayton to score more than or score rebounding. That's right. That's what it was. I picked Ayton to get lower than 12 rebounds, and I think he ended up with like 16 or something along those lines. So that's the one that hurt me there. So I'm gonna share my screen with you guys here real quick. I mentioned that Underdog Fantasy is a partner on my channel, and they are the first partner that I've ever had on here. Obviously, look, I do my radio stuff, so I have partners over there. But for this channel, which is my channel, this is literally my own channel that I've had for years. They're the first one that I've had as a partner, and I want to share my screen here real quick with everybody as I just make my picks for tomorrow. So really quickly and easy, Underdog Fantasy. If you sign up using the code HoopsLA, they'll match your deposit of up to $100. So you put $100 in, they'll match it. You have $200 in your account. You put $50 in, they'll match it. You have $100 in your account. I always do the pick'ems just to kind of share with you guys how this works. I do pick'ems. I do NBA because NBA is my sport. I do pregame because this is obviously games that are going to be coming up. Let me just put NBA in there. And I'm going to pick two. I'm going to pick a game for tomorrow. Let's go OKC and Golden State. I'm a fan of the Oklahoma City Thunder. I think everybody likes their story and what's going on. Against Golden State, no Draymond. The Warriors are struggling. I say Shea Gilgeous goes over 30 points. Is that too high? Probably too high. All right, let me pick one player from the Warriors. I'll go Steph. I'll go Steph higher. I'm going both those guys higher. I put in my bet, $10. I hit submit. I'm confirmed. These are my entries. That's how easy it is. I don't want anybody to sign up unless this is something that you're actually genuinely interested in doing. And if you play DFS and you have interest in it, awesome. Just put the code in HoopsLA. If it's not something you do, all good. No problem at all. Don't feel obligated at all. But if you play DFS and you're on any of those other sites, I encourage you to try Underdog Fantasy. I encourage you to take advantage of that $100 match deposit and use that code HoopsLA. I would greatly appreciate that. So that's my message there. I will stop sharing the screen, and I want to throw a topic out to Laker fans here real quick. So I was talking to pregame show. Um, by the way, if there's any other topics that you guys want to get into in this game, it wasn't the most exciting game. It's not a game that we're all going to look back and you're going to say, remember on November 17th when the Lakers beat the Blazers? Most people are going to say, no, I don't remember that. But the Lakers are 2-0 against the Blazers. They are 3-0 in the in-season tournament. 3-0 in the in-season tournament. Looks like they're going to win their group, and then none of that's going to matter. I just wanted to see them get W's, which is literally the only thing that matters. What are you guys drinking? Tell me what you guys are drinking. If you guys are having something to drink, let me know what it is. I'm doing a little blonde ale action, a little salty crew, Coronado Brewing. I need a beer partner, by the way. A beer or a liquor partner. See what I got here? I got this Underdog Fantasy logo. I need like a beer right there. Beer logo right there. Actually, I'm working on some different partners as well. We'll eventually get them. So I'm talking to Dave McMenamin. And McMenamin and I are, this is in the pregame show. He said something that was kind of interesting. He said, no matter what you're hearing of these reports, he was dismissing um, some of these reports out there about the Lakers interested in DeMar DeRozan or interested in some of these Chicago Bulls offers. And what I was saying, at least the last couple of days, certainly I was saying it this morning on radio, I kept saying, listen, I don't even know what this Lakers team is yet. Why are we already talking about trading some of these Laker players? What's the point of already talking about trading these Laker players? First off, you can't even make a trade till December 15th. That's number one. Second thing is, nobody makes trades at December 15th. Remember, think about Russell Westbrook last year, and everybody's like, yeah, they should trade him. They should this, that. Lakers didn't trade him till the absolute end is when they finally traded him, which was the second week of February, whenever that was. It is so premature to be talking about trading players right now. I don't know how you guys feel. I don't want to trade anybody right now. Now, that's right now. I want to see what the hell this team is. Can Gabe Vincent come back? Can Jared Vanderbilt come back, who's probably going to be one of the starters for the Lakers? Can we just see can we wait till January 1st before we have any conversation about the Lakers making a trade? Again, if by the time we get to January 1st and there's some glaring issues and I lean more towards right now that this roster as constructed, is not going to go win an NBA championship. That's what I lean towards. I lean towards this roster as we sit here today. If you said, Alan, is this team going to make the NBA Finals or is it not going to make the NBA Finals? I'm going to lean towards they're not going to make the NBA Finals. But you're 13 games in. It could look a lot different in 25 games. It could look a lot different once you're 35 games in. It could look a lot different when you're 50 games in. The Lakers don't need to be in a rush to go make a trade. The Lakers just need to see if the players that they have and the ingredients that they put together is good enough to compete for an NBA championship. A couple of narratives could be true about where the Lakers are right now. One narrative could be that the Lakers got a really good path last year and got hot at the right time. And we're fortunate that they were the 7th seed and not the 8th seed and didn't have to play Denver until the Western Conference Finals. The other path could be, no, the Lakers were legit. They were a good team. It didn't matter who was in front of them. Yes, Denver was better and they were the championship team. But I'd rather, instead of, so much of these situations, I feel like so far early, and this was in the last week or so, all these Bulls conversations started coming up. And then, my guy who's a good friend of mine and does a fantastic job covering the Lakers, Jovan Buha, started reporting that, hey, there is some interest in Zach LaVine or some of these Chicago Bulls players. And I'll read some of these Laker comments and kind of get your opinion to have you guys feel. I don't think, as we are right now, that this team is anywhere near where it needs to be. But what's the rush to try to figure out whether this team's a championship team today? It's November 17th. December 17th, you don't need to know. January 17th, you don't need to know. You just need to know by February 1st. That way you kinda have enough time here to figure everything out. So, that's kinda how I look at things, and I know that's been a hot conversation, it's been a hot topic, and everybody's been spending, some time on that. Okay, let's see some of your guys' comments here. Love me some Wood. Christian Wood. I like Wood and his rebounding. What's up with everybody else? Everybody else is awful. How are we so bad at grabbing rebounds? This Lakers team is so bad at grabbing rebounds. Okay, let me see if I could get some um comments based on some of the conversation that I had. AD arguably has the best game, 8 blocks and the steals. Huge hits, but itself, AD played great tonight. Remember, there's two sides to the ball. Oh, I'm not arguing with that. Listen, on the defensive side, he's the best defensive player in the NBA right now. Period. There's no there's no conversation about it. He's the best defensive player in the NBA right now. Period. All right, let's see what else we got here. Let's see. Somebody drinking some Johnny Walker. Look at you. Thank you for sharing, my brother. Thank you for sharing. Get somebody's got some wine going right there. Okay. Do your thing there. Someone's got a little IPA Lagunitas going on. Um, okay, let's see what else we got here. I got an agree with you, Sliwa, but I'm not sure what you agree with, but I appreciate you agreeing, but I have no idea what you agree with. All right, here's a good one. And I think this is going to go into some of the conversation that I had. I don't think there should be an impatience with the roster itself. The concern for me is with the overall coaching philosophy, preparation, adjustments, and buy-in. Um, okay. So I'll tell you this. For how bad they are to start out games, that's a coaching thing. There's no reason why your players aren't ready to start the game. None. Now, tonight they actually had a lead, but at the same time, you're playing the Blazers. So I don't think anybody's going to be all too impressive about that. But that is something that, I don't think is the biggest deal in the world. As far as the other portion about coaching, I think Darvin Ham has the buy-in from the players. I think there's also a team that kind of goes with LeBron and Anthony Davis, right? They go with the flow of those two players, and there's probably not going to be urgency from LeBron this early on. I just don't think that's going to be the case. Tequila pairs well with the post-game sleep. You're right, David. Absolutely, it does. Let's do a little quick little roll call here. Let's get some. Let's get some of those. Let's get some of those in here. Somebody's got some Hennessy going. Thank you, Moses, for sharing that. Cheers to you, my brother. I want to show you guys something. I've got a chance to kind of show this thing. Eventually, this studio is going to be legit. Like, just give it a second here. Okay, so I've had this thing for a while. All right, I'll get a case for this thing, of course, but little autographed Kobe ball here. Okay, all right, no big deal. Autographed Kobe ball. The late great Kobe Bryant, greatest Laker of all time. Okay, I want to show you guys something kind of cool. So randomly, all of these have this like sticker on it. Okay. I'm so bad with where the camera is. All of it have these like little stickers on it. Okay. And it's numbered just random stuff, whatever it's numbered. I don't know what the hell they are. It's not for any purpose or reason, but all these are just numbered. So a couple months ago, and I've had this thing for a while, a couple months ago, um, I'm looking at this little tag and I'm like, oh, I'm going to take the tag off. What number do you think is on this tag? Okay. I want you guys to look here. I'm so bad with this camera. I can't do it. Look at the number. You guys see that? Of all the numbers on here, of course you guys can't see it because I'm an idiot and I don't know how to get it on the camera. Focus, damn it. 81. Of all the numbers of all the numbers that are out there, 81. It's like just a random tag of a number that's there. 81. Every Laker fan knows if you're a Kobe fan. Freaking 81. How is this 81? Doesn't make any sense at all. Somebody said that I forged the signature. You forged the signature. No, that's real deal. You guys know I was on, you know, I was on, been at that radio station for a long time. So, okay, let me read some of these off here. Rochester, New York, thank you very much for tuning in. Mexico in the house. Madera, California. Australia in the house. Las Vegas. Colorado Springs in the house. Redondo Beach. Thank you for being a part of the show. Yeah. Okay, so I'm still there, right? I'm still there. Just doing the pregame show. I know there's some changes. It's all good. Third shift, but I appreciate that. Third shift, UPS, Columbus, Ohio. Thank you for being a part of the show. Let's see what else we got here. Much love, Laker gang. That's an omen. Meant to be. Look, you guys can say 18, whatever you want. I see 81. That's the only thing that matters to me. I see the 8 and the 1. You know why? Because they could go either way. Either way there. France in the house. France in the house. That's awesome. I don't think we've had, I don't know if I had France on here before. New York City in the house. Thank you for being a part of the show. The LBC. Ohio in the house. Koreatown. I'm going to case it up. Don't worry. Case is coming. Thank you all for being a part of the show. I appreciate it. If I miss anybody, throw it in there. Montana in the house. Thank you for being a part of the show. If I miss anybody, then I'll do my best to get back to you guys. Okay, so last thing I want to get into here. Lakers got the Rockets coming up. Now, I was looking at that score. Do we got a score yet? They were playing the Clippers. Let me take a quick look at the score here. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a huge Rockets fan tonight. Huge Rockets fan tonight. Wow. Wow, we got a close game going on here. 100-99. Clippers, wait, 100-100. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. I'm not watching the game. I just got it now. I just picked up the box score. 29 seconds left. 100-100. Rockets are a good team. They already kicked the Lakers' ass. How long ago was that? Maybe a little week and a half ago or something like that. They're playing some great, great ball. So definitely, I think something to keep in mind here. That is not a walk in the park by any stretch of the imagination. If you thought before the season started that was a walk in the park, that's definitely not. St. Cloud, Minnesota, South River, New Jersey. Thank you for being a part of the show. Columbus, South Carolina. Thank you for being a part of the show. Columbia. I think it's Columbia, South Carolina. I hope it's that. Let's see. Nashville in the house. Arkansas, thank you for being a part of the show. Moscow. Come on now, Moscow. Thank you for being a part of the show. Amazing. Hanford, Nashville, Tennessee. Let's keep an eye out on that score here as we get a little bit closer to this thing. But 100 Clippers hit a 3. All right, 103-100. I don't know who the hell hit the 3. I just know that there's six seconds left. 103-100, 104-100. All right, game's over. All right, Clippers are going to win that game. But Rockets beat the Lakers. They had won 6 in a row. They're about to lose tonight. But it just kind of shows you that's how quick things can turn in the NBA. And the Lakers should have some payback on their mind going up against the Houston Rockets. I really do believe that. They really, really should. Harden might have hit a game winner. People are trying to tell me Harden, Westbrook 2 for 9. Rosarito, thank you for being a part of the show. Okay, listen, I appreciate you guys going out of your way here to try to help a brother out and keep me posted on the score. South Africa. Thank you very much for being a part of the show. I appreciate that. Little Italy, San Diego. We're like 15 minutes away, Little Italy. 15 minutes away from you. Harden just hit a three, got fouled. Harden revenge game, 4-point game. Rome in the house. Thank you for being part of the show. All I could tell you is this: the game that the Lakers played against the Rockets, and I want to look back at it real quick, and then we're gonna call it a night here. Um, I want to just see what was that final score. Yep, 128-94. That's game they lost by 34. And the Lakers just got demolished in that game. And it was a little bit of, and I know AD didn't play in that one. If you guys remember, that's the one game AD didn't play in. So that's probably why they ended up giving up 128 points. But Sengun was big for them. Green was big for them. They had a lot of guys. I think it was that dude Tate off the bench had 14 for them. So they had a lot of guys. So Lakers will have their hands full on Sunday, but that's a game they should win. You know what I mean? Like these are all games. It's not like the Lakers should not be winning these games. They should 1000% winning these games. Okay, last of the comments, and then I'm going to get the hell out of here. And then I'm going to hope that you guys enjoy your weekend. Highland Park, thank you for being a part of the show. Thank you so much. I'll be back on, and I'll be back on Sunday after the Lakers play the Rockets. So we'll do it again. Your will continue to do the post game show. I got pregame show that night as well, so you guys can tune in the pregame show. What time is the game on Sunday? Man, Lakers just putting all these games in. Houston's at 6:30, so I'll start pre at 5. We'll come on after the game, and we'll take it from there. So, Laker fans, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Go enjoy your drink tonight. Have a great weekend. Have a great Friday night. Back with you guys on Sunday night. Thanks, Laker fans. Have a great evening.